Yes, people, we're outside the Emirates. It has finished Arsenal 0, PSG 1. And if I'm honest with you, I have absolutely no complaints about the result. I thought PSG outclassed us. I thought they were by far the better team. I didn't think we laid a glove on them. And if I'm honest with you, although Martinelli and Trossard probably should have scored, they had opportunities to win the game and probably killed the game off, to be honest with you. I thought they controlled the midfield. And that's where I want to start. When I look at our captain, Odegaard, as a captain, right now, is letting everybody down. As a player, he's letting everybody down. I don't know what he does. I don't know what he brings to the side. He's spinning around like Kylie Minogue on one bloody pirouette. And every time I look at him, I'm getting frustrated. He's not shooting. He's not scoring. He's not passing. He's not dragging us through the line. I've done sticking up for this guy, people. I've tried and I've tried to say that he's proved me wrong. I've tried so much to say that back 4 years ago when I said that Maddison should have been better at Arsenal when he's scoring 18 and goals and assists of 18, 19s and 20s for Leicester, that he would have been a better. No, Odegaard was the guy, Dan. Everybody told me you're in the mud. Odegaard is the guy. He's going to get us 15 to 20 goals and assists a season. The guy's got 5 goals and assists this season. It is absolutely abysmal from him. I need to see a better performance from him. And tonight, do you know what? I thought maybe he could be the difference maker. With Thomas Partey out, we need a hell of a midfield performance. And Declan Rice can't do it all, by the way. He was probably the best of our midfield. I don't know what Marino does in midfield. He's definitely a striker. This is another number 8 we've bought like Kai Havertz that looks better at number 9. What is going on here? We've got Marino in the 8. Now he looks better up top. We actually missed Marino tonight up top, in my opinion. In terms of the link-up play, in terms of the strength, in terms of the link-up, the hold-up, everything about his game against Real Madrid, I thought we needed tonight up top. Now, I'm not saying that Trossard had a bad game. He missed an absolute sitter. He should have scored. Martinelli, likewise, in the first half should have scored. So you could say we should have won the game 2-1. But really, let's be honest, PSG deserved to win. They should have scored a few more as well. They controlled the game. They went 1-0 up within 3 minutes. We're still singing North London Forever. And it's already, wow, I can't even hear them celebrating because we're still singing. And after that, it was pretty much a training session for PSG. It was passing it round in midfield. It was dinking it back. It was dinking it over the top. No, that didn't work. Don't matter. They ain't going to do anything, Arsenal. Their midfield's trash. We're going to control it. My goodness, how easy was it for them, man? They didn't even try. They didn't need to be good tonight, PSG. They didn't need to be good. And then I look at Vitinha. Oh, my God. How good is he, by the way? He literally just dinks the ball round like it's a playground. And we went over to Porto and we ended up with Fabio Vieira. What is happening here? I think to myself, how can Arteta and Edu look at that midfield in Porto and go, right, oh, he's rubbish, that Vitinha. Cool, that baller of Fabio Vieira. We need him. This guy's gone back on loan to Porto, and this guy's now balling out on the carpet here. Not only has he done it PSG and Porto, he's now delivering the Champions League. That is the equivalent of going to Wix or B&Q and looking at a bathroom sink and going, now I'll take the bucket, cheers. That is basically what we've done over at Porto by getting Fabio Vieira instead of Vitinha. Shockingly bad from Arsenal a few seasons ago in terms of scouting. That's another story. I look tonight and I think, did Kvaratskhelia or Dembele have to be outstanding tonight? Not really. Did Vitinha have to be outstanding? No, because he found it easy. João Neves, what a baller he is, by the way. Easy. Our midfield tonight was a disgrace. And Martin Odegaard is the one I want to mention. Because that's the guy I look towards. That's the guy I'm being told is a captain because he's a role model. He leads by the press. He leads by example. Everybody wants to be this guy. I don't want to be him. And I'm shit at football, trust me. I don't want to be Martin Odegaard. He was an absolute shambles tonight again. Spinning around on a pirouette like Kylie Minogue. That's all he ever does. Passes it backwards, passes it sideways. He's just a bit of a crab, isn't he? He don't ever go forwards. He goes sideways, this guy. Yeah? I'm sick and tired of Martin Odegaard's performances, and I've tried my best to defend him. Everybody says, oh, no, you're out of order, you're out of order. I'm going, yeah, he's a good player. Sorry, Martin, can't defend you anymore. I'm sick and tired of it. I need you to turn up in big games. I need you to turn up in half-decent games. I need you to turn up in games. You haven't done any of that this season. It's been poor. He's had a baby. That's all I keep hearing. He's had a baby. He's the only footballer to have a baby, people. Congratulations, Martin Odegaard. He is the only footballer to have had a baby. Well played. Bollocks. Absolute crap. Everyone has kids, yeah? And do you know what they have? They have a wife and they have a nanny because they're millionaires to look after their baby. Don't give me this crap that he's had a baby so now he can't kick a football. He's still injured. He was injured back in November. What are you playing him for if he's still injured? Got Ethan on the bench, yeah? He's sick still. He was sick back in November. That's some serious food poisoning. This guy just isn't good enough at the moment. Let's just say it how it is. Let's stop making this crap excuses for him all the time. He has been poor, and we need to live with that And in my opinion, if it was me and I was walking into this club, I'd be going, cheers for that captain's armband, fair play, but you didn't really do a good job. So I'm going to give it to you, Gabriel, or I'm going to give it to you, Declan Rice. Or in fact, I'm going to give it to Gabriel and Declan Rice are going to be my vice. Because this guy is not a captain or a leader. He's a technically gifted footballer that cannot get us across the line, that has been poor consistently this season. And I'm a lover of him. I like him. People keep saying to me, what the hell do you like him for? He's crap. And I'm like, I'm struggling here, but I'm going to say that I think he's technically gifted. Is he on the level of Fabregas? Absolutely not. Is he on the level of Santi? No, thank you. Is he on the level of Mesut Ozil? Nowhere near. Is he as good as the Ramseys and Wilshires? Probably not. Is he as good as Sami Nasri or Arshavin or even Paul Merson? Nah, he actually isn't. But he's probably one of the best we got, which proves that our midfield really isn't that creative, is it? Because when Partey and Rice are your two best, they ain't creative midfielders. So I've got to look at that midfield trio and think, yep, I'm quite happy with it. But seriously, there needs to be some surgery in the summer. Because if Partey's going, that's what we've got, people, tonight. Partey out of here, that's what we've got tonight. Next season. Poor. Really poor. Now let's talk about Mikel Merino, who, to be fair, scored. He was offside. Put himself about tonight. Physical attributes. But is he a number 8? Is he who you want to see to replace an upgrade on Granit Xhaka, who, by the way, I slated for the best part of 6-7 years, saying we needed to upgrade on. And do you know what? I'd take him back. And do you know what he'd do? He'd walk straight into this midfield. But when you don't actually work and you're starting to think, do you know what, Mikel? Let's look towards the bench, Mikel. And all he's doing is going like that to the crowd. I'll tell you what, Mikel, how about you get some fucking subs on? Because this ain't working. Yeah? Stop doing that to us. How about you move and try and get someone on the pitch? And I don't mean Ben White coming on for Timber, yeah, in the 80th minute. And I don't mean Ethan Nwaneri coming on 89 minutes, by the way, yeah, to try and change and win us the game for Odegaard, who, by the way, should never have lasted more than 65 minutes. Ethan Nwaneri coming on 89, he must have thought, you are kidding me. What's happening here? You want me to come win you this game in 89 minutes when you've played Sterling ahead of me against Palace? This is the problem I've got with this manager. What's he doing? It makes no sense. Trossard tonight. I'm a lover of Trossard. I think he's a good player. He's 100%. Should have scored. But let's be real. Merino should have been up top. Because that's what we did against Real Madrid. And if Partey's out, you play Rice and you bring in either Zinchenko or Lewis Skelly into that midfield. And you know what? If you're not going to start with that, which you didn't tonight, and you're going to start with Merino in midfield, realise after 60 minutes this ain't really working, is it? Let's change it up. Let's bring off Martinelli if he's that bad. Let's bring Trossard in the left. Let's put Merino up top and let's put Lewis Skelly into midfield. Bring on Ben White if you want, but don't take Timber off. Yeah, put Timber at left back, Ben White at right back. Play Lewis Skelly in the middle. Have him going forward, driving forward on the ball, and you've got Merino to have the target man. But he doesn't do that. Ben White, on you go. Who's he taking off? Oh, Timber's coming off. Right. So we're bringing off a right back for a right back. We've got to bloody win the game, people, yeah, or at least score a goal, because the tie's not over. This is poor from Mikel Arteta. Really poor today. And I see Wayne Rooney blaming the fans. I'm not blaming the fans today. We were up for it. We did our job. We were screaming for the team. We were getting behind it. We were supporting the team. All I keep getting is Martin Odegaard and Arteta doing that to us every single minute. Well, get off your arse and make a substitution. And do you know what, Martin Odegaard? Stop telling us to lift our game. Lift your fucking game. Because you've been devastatingly bad for the last 6 months. I haven't seen you for months. So I'm sick and tired of everybody blaming us. It's the fans' fault. They didn't get up for the game. What are you talking about? That was unbelievable atmosphere out there before we even kicked a ball. And before we could even finish North London forever, we're 1-0 down. So I'm sick and tired of hearing this, these fans that, these fans that. The fans did nothing wrong tonight. I'm looking at the manager, I'm looking at the players. Now, the tie ain't over. The tie is not over, right? We can't go over there. But you know what? They're going to score. They're going to score over there because they could score here. That means we need 2 just to take it to extra time. So a lot of people are saying this tie could be over. I don't think the tie could be over. But trust me, it's going to be difficult now, yeah? So that's where I'm at. Listen, we go into the Premier League now. Who cares? Premier League's done. Liverpool won the league. Who cares? We go out there. We try and keep our players fit. It's all on next week for us now. PSG is going to be a tough, and do you know what? They outclassed us tonight. It was easy for them. It was a training game. It was absolutely easy. It was one of those on the pitch that they could just kick and deliver. João Neves, Vitinha, proper good players going forward. We know what Dembele's about. We know what Kvaratskhelia is about. We know they've got Barcola, they've got Doué. Do you know what? They didn't even have to turn up tonight because Saka was pretty poor, Martinelli was pretty poor, and obviously in midfield we got outclassed. So look, we're in a position right now where Arsenal need to win the Champions League. We need to save our season. It's been bad. It's been a bad year. Let's hope that we can do it. Let's hope that we can deliver. And we need to get across the line. Mikel Arteta needs to deliver. The only trophy he can win is this one. It's the only time that we can see us lift the trophy this season is the Champions League. Now, I'm not saying that he's absolutely scuffed it. I'm not saying he's dropped it. This is going to be very difficult now because for me, PSG are a very, very good side. And I think a lot of Arsenal fans tonight that were saying 4-0, 4-1, 3-0, 2-0. I said we'd win 2-1 tonight and I got mudded, let alone the 3s and the 4s that people said we were going to do. This is going to be very difficult now for Arsenal to get through this time. Now, can we do it? I hope we can. I absolutely pray we have to. Yeah? Don't worry about Barcelona and Inter Milan. Let them play tomorrow night. Let's see what happens there. For us, we need to get to that final. And when I look at it right now, the only way we do that is to allow our midfield to be dominant against PSG in that second leg. And the reason that I believe we can do that is because Thomas Partey is back. Now, I'm a fan of Declan Rice in the 6. I am. I like him there a lot. But I felt tonight Thomas Partey was massively missed. Massively missed. And we've got him back. So with Partey and Rice and Odegaard coming back into that midfield, it needs to dominate. And Odegaard's going to get another chance because Odegaard's loved by the manager. Odegaard's there every single game. Odegaard's wearing the armbands and he's going to get a chance to deliver. With Partey and Rice, I actually have more faith in our midfield. Without one of them components, we see tonight that it can get out-dominated. And that's what happened. Vitinha, Jam Neves, Fabian Ruiz, easy for them tonight. Easy. Dembele, hardly really needed to kick the ball. Scored his goal, done. Kvaratskhelia, again, after they scored their goal, did they have much to do? And I'll lastly say Martinelli and Trossard, they got to do better, man. Trossard goes through one-on-one, he's got to score. Martinelli goes through in the first half, and I'm thinking that must be a goal. We've seen it already over in Madrid. Easy. Pressure was off in Madrid. Pressure's on today. Misses. Got to deliver. Got to do better than that. So for me, when I look at where our players are at and where our manager is at, we need to get across the line. And this reminded me of a performance similarly to when we played Manchester United and Newcastle in cups domestically. We couldn't get across the line. Why is that? What is it about this manager and this team that we cannot get this team across the line? That elite mentality. There's something in it. It's not the individual quality. We've seen us just go and beat Real Madrid 5-1. Why can't we not do this? And there's something in us that says, no, we're not able to get across that line. So this is what I need to see change. This is why I've had doubts over Arsenal winning the Champions League. This is why people say to me, well, we can do it. Absolutely, you're right, we can. Why do I not believe we can do it? Because of performances like that. I expected better tonight. I expected 2-1 Arsenal. And people call me negative. Oh, you're always moaning. You're always moaning. I said Arsenal win 2-1 tonight. I'm the one who's in the mud now. We lost 1-0, people. Yeah? So this is where I'm at. It's not over. Next week, we've got to deliver. Partey's back, and we missed him tonight big time. That's what the future looks like without Thomas Partey, by the way, people. Yeah? And I've not seen Zubimendi enough to know that he's better than Thomas Partey. I think he's a good player, but I don't think he's anywhere near the level of Thomas Partey, Zubimendi. So we need to look at that in the summer. But for now, we have to believe that we can do it and turn it around. It's going to be very difficult. But you know what? Thomas Partey back in midfield. We've seen what we can do over at Real Madrid in the Bernabeu. And now we've got to go and do it in Paris, people. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care.